Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today our topic is tissues. So in this topic we'll discuss about what is tissue, it is divisible into how many parts, and from that part it is again subdivided into different kind of tissue. We'll discuss with the help of their diagrams or pictures. Actually, tissue is nothing but a group of cells. As we know that the cells are the structural and fundamental unit of life. So, tissue is a group of cells, the combining of cells. It has a similar structure and that function together as a unit. So it is divided into two parts, plant tissue and animal tissue. But in this video we'll discuss only about plant tissue. I'll make another video. In next video we'll discuss about animal tissue. So you can see first a plant tissue. So plant tissue, how it is divided and subdivided. First, plant tissue is divided into meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Again, meristematic tissue is subdivided into apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. As well as when permanent tissue, you can see permanent tissue is again subdivided into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Again, the simple permanent tissue again subdivided into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Again the sclerenchyma is of two types, fibers and clarids. When we'll talk about complex, then we can see that complex tissue is divided into two parts, that is xylem and phloem. Xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. As well as phloem also consists of some parts, that is sheath tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. So we'll discuss one by one with the help of the diagram, and we'll study more about their functions, their importance and their main role take part in the plant. Let us talk about meristematic tissue. The plant tissue that has ability to divide cells and present in growing region of the plant. It is called meristematic tissue. It is divided into three parts, apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. So we'll discuss one by one. Before that, you see the picture. Here meristematic tissue showing apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. So first one is apical meristem. It is present at growing tips. The function of apical meristem is it helps in plant growth. If we'll talk about lateral meristem, it is found along the side of roots and stem. Its function is to increase thickness of stem and root. Then intercalary meristem is present at internodes. Its function is to help in longitudinal growth of the plant. Now next we'll discuss about permanent tissue. So the permanent tissue is the tissue which lost the ability of cell division. It may be dead or living tissue. So the permanent tissue is divided into two parts, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So we'll discuss first simple permanent tissue, then next complex permanent tissue. So already we have seen before in the flow chart how the simple tissue is again subdivided into different type of tissue. So simple permanent tissue is again subdivided into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is two types, fibers and sclerids. So first one is we'll discuss about simple permanent tissue, that is parenchyma. So this is the picture of parenchyma tissue. Parenchyma tissue is found in leaves, stem and roots. Its function is to store food and helps in photosynthesis. Now this is the picture of a collenchyma tissue. Collenchyma tissue is found in cortex, stem and root. Its main function is to provide flexibility and mechanical support to the plant. So this is the picture of sclerenchyma tissue. This sclerenchyma tissue is found in stem, cover seed and nuts. So its main function is to provide mechanical support and strength to the plants. They form protective covering around nuts and seeds. So besides this, sclerenchyma is of two types, that is sclerenchyma fibers and sclerenchyma sclerids. So these fibers and sclerids are very simple and non-living tissue. Their main function is to provide the structural support to the plants. Again we'll discuss about complex tissue. So complex tissue is divided into two parts, that is xylem and phloem. So in this picture you can easily see xylem and phloem. So xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. So in this picture you can see how it looks like. So tracheids and vessels both have the same function, that is it helps to transport water. Then we'll talk about xylem parenchyma, it helps to store food, and xylem fiber, it gives mechanical support to the plant. As xylem is consist of some different parts, like as phloem is also consist of seed tubes, companion cell, phloem fiber and phloem parenchyma. So we'll discuss one by one. As the main function of the xylem is to transport water, like as the main function of the phloem is to transport food. So the phloem is of four types, that is seed tubes, companion cell, phloem fiber and phloem parenchyma. So the function of seed tubes is to transport organic compound, companion cell function is to regulate seed tube, phloem parenchyma stores food and phloem fiber gives mechanical support to the plant. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.